We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
CARSTAR Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Right here on KSVY and on the Stompers Radio Network here on this Saturday night from Palooza Park at Arnold Field. Forrest Hunt here with you. The Stompers and the Stockade tonight with the magic number at 5 for the Stompers entering the ball game, an 8.5 game lead in the Pacific Association over San Rafael with a record of 37-14. They'll take on the Stockade, who have won 3 straight, holding a record of 12-40. Already a win for the Stockade here today as they beat Napa earlier on in the afternoon. First game of a doubleheader. The final score of that game was 11-4. It's Pat Barnett and Phil Rowland, a pair of right-handers here tonight, and Barnett making his first start of the season. And here's the lineup he will face, put out by player-manager Chuck Rocker. Cody Bishop will lead off in right field. Rupert Watson will bat second and play second. Cosimo Canelo will hit third at first base, and Zane Gelfman, the cleanup man, will play third. Omar Artson will hit fifth. That short Chuck Rocker player-manager is in center field hitting sixth. Taylor Zutenhorst, the designated hitter, will bat seventh. Eric Kozak hits eighth and does the catching. And Ryan Rodriguez rounds out the lineup in left field here for the Stockade. The second game of the day as Cody Bishop stands in against Pat Barnett. The 6'6" right-hander, he works out of the stretch, and his first pitch to Bishop hit in the air to left. DeAngelis comes in initially, then goes back. One pitch, one out for Barnett here to open the ball game. First pitch, 6:24 here tonight, a little bit later than planned with Salina getting all their guys here after the first game of the doubleheader. 72 degrees from Palooza Park at Arnold Field. So just like that, one pitch and one out for Pat Barnett. And here comes Rupert Watson, the second baseman. Right-handed hitting second baseman, hitting 600, 3 for 5 on the year. That is all in. Pat Barnett deals strike one across the outside corner. Defensively behind Barnett here tonight, DeAngelis is in left, Hibbert in center, Williams in right. Nick Kern gets to start over at third base, Rayson Romero at short, the left side of the infield. It is Barrios and Quitzer on the right side as Quitzer backs up on a ground ball off the bat of Watson. He fields and flips to Pat Barnett, covering first and quickly 2 away. Nick Kern at third, making his 5th start at third base. Chris Quitzer back at first. He still leads the team in starts. He started there 28 times tonight, number 29. That was all before Brent Gillespie joined the team. And Barrios at second base this year for just a second time. So here is Cosimo Canella against Pat Barnett, making his first start of the season. Before this year, Barnett, a starter primarily. He misses outside and low to Canella here for ball one. Prior to 2019, 17 starts for Barnett. A career 2.69 ERA as a starter and 6-7 record overall, and Canella pops it up on the infield left side. Nick Kern in and out of the shadows, and Romero will call for it in a 1-2-3 inning for Pat Barnett in his first start here in 2019. Stompers coming up in the bottom of the first inning. No score right here on Sonoma TV and on the Sonoma Stompers Radio Network.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
CARSTAR Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
North Bay Credit Union is proud to be part of Sonoma County's home team. We're your progressive alternative to big banks, delivering a full roster of great banking services, but at much lower costs. Our lineup always hits it out of the park. Auto loans, home loans, manufactured home loans, and 100% free checking that pays you back. We're equally proud to support lots of local groups, including the Sonoma Stompers, because that's what neighbors do. We're the home of league-leading Casasa checking, CASASA checking is better than free. It pays you, and you choose how you want to be rewarded. Bonus dividends on your deposits or cash back on your debit card purchases. And CASASA makes any ATM a free ATM. It's easy to switch to CASASA in just minutes at northbaycu.com. Our convenient branches are just a short stop from anywhere, including our newest Sonoma Valley and Rohnert Park locations. Don't let banks throw curveballs at your budget with high rates and foul fees. Count on North Bay Credit Union to save you money every day. Learn more at northbaycu.com or call 707-584-0384. Loans subject to approval. Details at northbaycu.com.
Bottom of the first inning and no score. A 1-2-3 first for Pat Barnett in his first start of 2019. Stompers come into bat, and here's the lineup as announced by manager Zach Pace and presented by Sotheby's International Realty. Nick Gatta will lead things off. He is the DH here tonight. Pedro Barrios will bat second and play second. Rob DeAngelis hits third and left field. Chris Quitzer's the cleanup man over at first, and Miles Williams in right field will bat fifth. Nick Kern hits sixth and plays third, with Matt Hibbert in center field batting seventh. Bronson Butcher hits eighth and does the catching, and Rayson Romero rounds out the lineup at shortstop against Phil Rowland. Rowland, the right-hander, at 6'1" from Valencia, California. In his fifth start, he's 0-3 with an ERA of 10.43. 14 2/3 innings for Rowland. He's allowed 19 runs, 17 earned on 21 hits. He struck out 16 and walked 12. He has one start against the Stompers. He lost that game 0-1. The Stompers won that game 14-4. And Rowland only lasted 2 innings, allowed 8 runs, all earned on 8 hits. He struck out just 1 and walked 4. So he'll face Nick Gatta, man that leads the league in on-base percentage at .547. Hitting at .364 to lead off the game. The designated hitter tonight. Gatta gets a night off defensively, but still in the lineup as he leads things off. And Phil Rowland from the windup, his first pitch to Nick Gatta, called a strike on the outside corner, and Rowland is ahead 0-1. Gatta, Barrios, DeAngelis, Quitzer, Williams, Kern, Hibbert, Butcher, Romero. A little different look here tonight. The 0-1 pitch from Rowland, and Gatta takes on the inside corner, called a strike, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Gillespie the night off tonight after 31 straight games in the lineup. Here's the 0-2, and Gatta hits it in the air, left center field. That's hit well, carrying back toward the wall. Rocker looks up, a leadoff home run. Nick Gatta, his 5th of the season. Stompers out front, 1-0. On 0-2. Nick Gatta got a high fastball. Hit it out to left center field, his 5th home run of the season. His first leadoff home run, and his 4th of 5 going the other way. Nick Gatta shows off the opposite field power, a leadoff home run against Phil Rowland. 1-0 Stompers, bottom of the first, and now Pedro Barrios will come up. So Gatta, who's known for his patience, Rowland got ahead of him 0-2. Gatta got a pitch he liked up in the zone and hit it out the other way to the deep part, left center field. There's the first pitch to Pedro Barrios. He squares around, drops a bunt down third base side. Gelfman charges the bare hand. The throw is late. Bunt single for Pedro Barrios. We're doing it all different sorts of ways. 2 batters in here in the first. So Barrios, with that bunt hit, has now reached in 28 straight. And here comes Rob DeAngelis. Defensively behind Rowland here tonight, it's Rodriguez, Rocker, Bishop in the outfield. Gelfman, Artson on the left side, Watson, Canella on the right side of the infield, and Eric Kozak does the catching for Phil Rowland. 6'1" right-hander from Valencia. Out of the stretch for the first time tonight with Barrios leading from first. Canella holds him on, and the first pitch to Rob DeAngelis, a fastball tailing low and away, and DeAngelis swings at it and comes up empty, 0-1. Leadoff home run for Nick Gatta, his 5th home run. Then the Barrios drag bunt up the third baseline. The 0-1 pitch to Rob DeAngelis, a curveball that stays high and away. 1-1 on DeAngelis, left-handed hitter hitting at .274 with 6 home runs and 32 runs batted in. So Salina feeling good about themselves. They beat the Stompers 2 nights ago, a final of 6-5. The 1-1 to DeAngelis swung on and missed. That fastball low and away, running away from him again. Snapped a losing streak with a win against Napa, then came in and beat the Stompers for their second straight win. And then a night off last night, and they played Napa earlier today and won. And the 1-2 pitch is hit in the air, center field. Rocker slips. Rocker's going back, and he backpedals and makes the catch. DeAngelis hit it well right at Rocker, who came in initially and then started to go back. And when he pivoted to go back, slipped, able to hold himself up and backpedal to make the catch for out number 1. So here's Chris Quitzer. 3-game win streak for Salina, their largest of the season. Immediately following a 19-game losing streak. So these guys, they put a hurting on Napa earlier today. 11-4 was the final in that game as Quitzer stands in, and the first pitch from Roland is taken for a strike on the outer half, 0-1. They put up 15 hits in that game earlier today to win their 12th. No balls in 1 strike on Quitzer. The runner goes, and he swings and misses on a fastball. The throw is into center field. Pedro Barrios has stolen second. The pitch was swung on and missed by Chris Quitzer, so the count is 0-2. Barrios has stolen his 12th base of the season. He's out at second with 1 out. Stompers lead 1-0 on the Gata leadoff home run. Quitzer enjoying a 25-game on-base streak. Playing first base tonight, back at first base. He played the first month of the season there before shifting over to third. The 0-2 pitch from Roland. He hits it softly on the ground left side and into left field for a base hit. Barrios waved around third. The throw goes into second. No play at the plate. Chris Quitzer has an RBI single to left. They're playing him up the middle. Quitzer to pull. He had a routine grounder to short. And Artson, with how far he was playing up the middle, had no shot to get there, went into left field, and Rodriguez, the left fielder, just threw it into second, wasn't anticipating Barrios to go home maybe. He just never stopped running. It's an RBI single for Chris Quitzer, and the Stompers' lead extends to 2-0. 43rd run batted in for Chris Quitzer, and here's Miles Williams. He takes a curveball in the outer half from Roland. 0-1. Quitzer, in last night's ball game, finished with 3 hits and drove in 5, a season high for Chris Quitzer. The 0-1 pitch to Miles swung on and missed, a breaking ball down low. Big contributor last night. Of course, Quitzer got the game-tying hit in the bottom of the 9th, a 2-run double to center. Tied the game 10-10 in the 9th inning as Williams takes outside. 1-2. Tied the game at 10, and of course the Stompers walked off in the bottom of the 10th inning on the Pedro Barrios single to left center, scoring 7 unanswered runs to come back in that game. Here's the 1-2, and Williams is down on strikes, a curveball from Roland. First strikeout of the ball game for Phil Roland. 2 away here in the first inning. And Nick Kern will come to the plate. So the leadoff home run for Gata, then Barrios singled, stole second. DeAngelis hit a deep fly ball to center field that Chuck Rocker tracked down. Then the single through the left side for Chris Quitzer to drive Barrios home. The Stompers lead 2-0 in the bottom of the first. Nick Kern, right-handed hitter at the plate. The first pitch from Roland. Fastball misses down below the knees. Vallejo and San Rafael are back at it again tonight, and there's a lot on the line in that game. Just 1 game separates San Rafael and Vallejo for second place in the Pacific Association. The 1-0 pitch to Kern is outside with a fastball, 2-0. 29-23, the record for the Pacifics, and 28-24, the record for the Admirals. And early on in that game, they're in the bottom of the 4th inning, and Vallejo has a 5-3 lead. Quitzer's at first. Canella holds him on. 2-0 the count on Kern. Here's the pitch from Roland, and he fouls a fastball back to the screen. So Vallejo with a win could tie San Rafael for second. And that's going to be something to watch here over the last dozen-plus games tonight. Game number 52, so including tonight, 13 games left. After tonight, just a dozen left. Here's the 2-1, and Kern takes a curveball high. So over the last 2+ weeks, as we come down the stretch in the middle of August, who's going to finish first, second, third, or first and second, really, those two get a bye when it comes playoff time. Save your pitching, that's the goal down the stretch. There's a 3-1 from Roland. The runner goes, and the throw down to second from Kozak is in time, and the tag, and they got Quitzer. The pitch was a strike to Kern, but Quitzer's thrown out trying to steal second base. That ends the inning. The Stompers score twice, so it's leadoff home run for Nick Gata, and then the Chris Quitzer RBI single to left. It's 2-0. We go to the top of the second. Gelfman, Artson, and Rocker coming up for.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
CARSTAR Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
North Bay Credit
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Didn't even get a chance to introduce his numbers on the season. It's his 9th appearance of the year. His first start and his first pitch to Gelfman misses outside, ball 1. No record for Barnett, a 1.17 ERA, 15 1/3, 2 runs, 2 earned on 3 hits, 14 strikeouts, and 7 walks coming into the ball game. All those numbers out of the bullpen, obviously, for Barnett this year. He works from the stretch. His 1-0 to Gelfman is fouled away at the plate. The count even at 1-1. Gelfman 4th in the league with 14 home runs. He's driven in 33, batting at .252. The right-handed hitting third baseman. Salina on their first 3-game win streak of the year. They enter the ball game today. Their second of the afternoon. Here's the 1-1 from Barnett, and the breaking ball is outside and low. Eight-and-a-half game lead with 13 left to play. And for the Stompers, with that 37-14 record, Barnett's 2-1 pitch to Gelfman is at the knees on the outside corner. And the count evens at 2-2. The shadows are covering the infield, creeping over from the third baseline all the way across to where the dirt meets the grass on the right side of the infield. DeAngelis in left is in a shadow, and Hibbert in center, Williams in right in the bright sunshine. The 2-2 to Gelfman hit softly on the ground, and it got a piece of his foot. So foul ball at the plate as Gelfman will try and walk it off. He does wear the protective brace on that left foot, that front foot, the shin guard and the top of the foot that covers the toe. But those guys will even tell you it helps a little bit, but it doesn't take away the pain when you foul a ball off your foot like that. It masks it a tiny bit, but still a little bit of pain as Gelfman digs back in the right-handed batter's box. And let's see if Barnett throws him a breaking ball here after just fouling that one off of his foot. Butcher sets the target. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and it's hit on the ground to third. Kern backs up on it, fields a wicked hop, and the throw to first is dug out by Chris Quitzer. Nick Kern at third base backed up to field the high 3 hopper. It took an interesting hop once it hit the dirt for the first time. He had to reach way over to his right, spin around, and fire across the infield. It skipped, and Chris Quitzer was able to pick it out of the dirt on one hop. So nobody on and one out here in the top of the second inning, and Omar Artson, the right-handed hitting shortstop, will come to the plate. Kern will play in at third base. The first pitch from Barnett's on the outside corners for strike one. Artson batting at .256. He has 1 home run on the season. And Kern is going to protect against the bunt over at third. He's creeping onto the infield grass. The 0-1 pitch from Barnett, a breaking ball smashed to right center field. That's going to split the gap and get past Williams. It rolls to the wall. Artson's going to head for 2. The throw in from Miles Williams is offline. It's cut off by Pedro Barrios. And the first hit of the ball game for Salina, a double to right center off the bat of Omar Artson. So here's player manager Chuck Rocker with a man at second base and 1 out after the Artson double to right center field. 2-0 Stompers lead it. The Nick got a leadoff home run the other way and an RBI single off the bat of Chris Quitzer. Stompers 9-3 against the Stockade overall on the season. Last time these two teams played, a 6-5 Stockade win. That was just 2 nights ago. Barnett from the stretch, he looks to second base twice. Kern creeps in at third. The first pitch to Chuck Rocker is on the outside corner. And Barnett's ahead again, 0-1. Barrios at second is going to be the one to keep Artson close to the bag. Straight away in the outfield. The 0-1 from Barnett. On the outside corner to Rocker again, and the big right-hander's quickly ahead, 0-2. Hails from Windsor, Connecticut, not the Windsor here in California, about 40 minutes northwest of us here in Sonoma. Rocker, the right-handed hitter. Barnett looks to second. Now Artson has a huge lead. Barnett steps off and throws to second base, and Barrios has to really extend the glove out to keep the ball from going to center field. Stompers pick off a lot of base runners. We've seen them pick off a lot of guys at second base this year, and the one that sticks out was last night in the top of the 10th inning when Ryan Richardson picked Jordan Anderson off of second base before he even threw a pitch in the 10th. Here's the 0-2, and Rocker takes high and in, a fastball from Barnett. Of course, the international tiebreaker rule puts runners at first and second base in the Pacific Association in extra innings, and that's what happened last night. And before Richardson even needed to throw a pitch, he had 1 out, picking Anderson off of second base. Here's the 1-2 to Rocker. A breaking ball swung on and miss. First strikeout for Pat Barnett. 2 outs here in the second. Taylor Zutenhorst, the left-handed hitter, comes to the plate. He's the DH. 245 for Zutenhorst, 2 home runs and 4 runs batted in. 1 out double from Artson. He stands at second base. Barnett trying to strand him there. Romero, the shortstop, keeping Artson close now. And the first pitch from Barnett is a fastball for strike 1 across the outer half. Masterfully commanding Barnett so far in the first inning and 2/3. He looks to second base. Artson bluffs twice. Here's the 0-1, and that breaking ball is inside to Zutenhorst. Somehow it misses the back foot of the left-handed hitter as Bronson Butcher had to slide to his right to keep it from going to the backstop, and the count evens at 1-1. One hit against Barnett, the double, one strikeout. 2-0 Stompers, top of the second inning. Slight breeze blowing out toward right center field. Here's the 1-1, and Zutenhorst hits it in the air to left. DeAngelis comes on that one, hops in front of him. He'll throw to the plate. It's cut off by Nick Kern. Staying at third base, Omar Artson on the single to left by Taylor Zutenhorst. And now Salina has men at the corners with 2 out for the catcher, Eric Kozak. Kozak does have 5 home runs and 17 runs batted in. He's batting below the Mendoza line at 173. So a pair of hits against Barnett in the inning. The 1-out double to right center for Artson, and Zutenhorst singles the other way. It falls right in front of DeAngelis, the top spinning line drive. Barrios, the second baseman, plays up the middle as if he were playing for a double play, and the first pitch is in and out of the glove of Bronson Butcher, and now Artson's hung up between third and home, and Butcher's throw back to third is high. It squirted in and out of the glove of Bronson Butcher on a high fastball from Barnett. It bounced away straight back from Butcher, only 4 or 5 feet. And Artson thinking about getting a little greedy over at third base, and Butcher's sort of surprised that he had wandered that far away from the third base bag. His throw back to third to Nick Kern was high. 1 ball and no strikes on Eric Kozak, the right-handed hitting catcher. Artson still at third. Zutenhorst still over at first base. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. One ball and 1 strike on Kozak. Barnett trying to pitch out of a jam in the top of the second is 1-1. Down below the knees of the fastball, ball 2. Ryan Rodriguez is on deck. The 2-1 pitch to Kozak, and Barnett breaks a breaking ball over the outside corner, and the count evens at 2-2. The last 2 times these two teams have played combined, there have been 15 home runs hit in 2 games between these 2 clubs. Here's the 2-2. Kozak takes a fastball upstairs from Barnett, and the count is full. 9 home runs in that 21-8 win for the Stompers, and 6 home runs in the 6-5 Salina win the last time these 2 teams met. 3-2. Quitzer plays behind the runner at first. Zutenhorst goes. The payoff pitch is fouled away. We'll do the 3-2 over again. Hibbert slightly shaded toward right center. Out in center field, just a couple of steps. Straight away on the infield, the payoff pitch again, a little bit high to Kozak. First walk of the night for Pat Barnett. That loads the bases for Ryan Rodriguez. Rodriguez at 212, a home run, 10 runs batted in. 2-0 Stompers, top of the second. Bases are loaded and 2 out. And Pat Barnett, after a 5-pitch first inning, has allowed a couple of hits, a double here in this inning. And he walks Kozak to load the bases, and the first pitch to Ryan Rodriguez is fouled out of play off to our right. No balls and 1 strike to count on Rodriguez, right-handed hitter playing left field here tonight. He's the 9-hole hitter with Cody Bishop, the leadoff man, on deck. Barnett from the belt, his 0-1 pitch to Rodriguez, the breaking ball down in the dirt. Count even at a ball and a strike on Ryan Rodriguez. Artson leading from third, Zutenhorst from second, and Kozak from first after the walk. The righty throws on 1-1, and Rodriguez fouls it out of play down the right field line. Now Barnett ahead 1-2. 2-0 top of the second. Stompers lead it. And Barnett now a pitch away from getting out of this top of the second inning. Bases full of Stockade. Is 1-2 to Rodriguez. On the inside corner, got him looking with a fastball. Pair of strikeouts in the inning for Pat Barnett. No runs, 2 hits. Salina strands the bases loaded in the second. We go to the home half of the inning. Kern, Hibbert, and Butcher for the Stompers, leading 2-0.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
CARSTAR Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
You're a bridge builder, a connector, a people person. You make every moment count, and you know how to count every moment. You know people who are going places, and you help them get there. California's business is your business. You specialize in special, and we specialize in your specialty. No matter what your background is or where you want to go, at Nelson, every day is a great day for a first day. Connect with a Nelson recruiter in your city to start working on putting your next first day on the calendar. Nelson, our talent is finding yours.
Nick Kern leads us off in the bottom of the second inning. He was at the plate in the first when Chris Quitzer was thrown out trying to steal second base. Stompers who don't steal a lot of bases, they came in 74 for 85, and that's an 87% stolen base rate, which is the best in the league as Kern takes outside from Roland. The count is 1-0. Salina right behind at 86, and they've stolen 132 of 152. Just a night and day difference with how much the Stockade take off. And Kern hits it in the air, left field. That's hit well. Carrying back. See you later. A solo shot for Nick Kern. His third. A leadoff home run for the second inning in a row. Stompers lead 3-0. A laser off the bat of Nick Kern to left. His third. That home run brought to you by Epicenter. Make your next family adventure an epic one at Epicenter. Home runs continue to fly between these two teams. Coming in the last 2 times they played, 15. Now that's 17 in the last 3 games combined. So here's Matt Hibbert, the speedy center fielder. 212 average, a 422 on base. Or Matt Hibbert, right-handed hitting center fielder. Doesn't have a home run. He's driven in 3 in 9 games. He drove in 1 last night on a walk. First pitch to him from Phil Rowland. At the knees, an off-speed pitch for strike 1. Nick Kern leaves the yard for the 3rd time. His 13th run batted in. And it's 3-0 in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Rowland, and that's high and in on Hibbert. 1 ball and 1 strike. Butcher to follow, and then Romero here in the bottom of the second inning. Rolling on 1-1. That hit Hibbert on the left tricep. Matt Hibbert hit by the pitch. And in his 10th game, the 6th time he's been hit by a pitch. And for Hibbert, the average lower than he'd like it to be at 212, the on base at 422. And for Matt Hibbert now in his 10th game, he's been on base 21 times with that hit by pitch. There's Bronson Butcher, the catcher, at 234. Hibbert at first. The first pitch from Roland is on the outside corner at the knees. No balls and one strike on Bronson Butcher, the catcher, right-handed hitter. Roland, the right-hander on the mound. In his last and only start against the Stompers, he only lasted 2 innings and allowed 8 runs on 8 hits. He comes home on 0-1, and the breaking ball to Butcher is low. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Second baseman Rupert Watson has his heels on the grass. Cannella holds on Hibbert over at first base. Hibbert can fly. Over at first, 7 stolen bases. He takes off. Butcher takes low. The throw to second is high. Matt Hibbert with his 8th stolen base in 10 games. The pitch was low to Bronson Butcher. The count should be 2-1. We're going to make sure. The base came out at second, so they may need to get the tool out there and dig out the dirt from the hole. And now Willie Ethington is going to do just that. He was coaching first base, was Ethington, and he's going to come out. The base came out of the ground at second. Hibbert sliding into the bag with such force. He just pulled it right out of the earth. The home run by Nick Kern to lead off the inning. Hibbert then hit by a pitch, stole second. The count's 2-1 on Bronson Butcher. And Willie Ethington here in a moment is going to get a nice round of applause probably from our crowd as we put second base back into the ground. No, we pulled it out. Didn't do a good enough job the first time. It's really an art to not only get the dirt out of the hole in the ground, but to make it flat enough around where the base sits to make sure that it's not crooked. Make sure it sits flat on the dirt. Ethington the best at doing that, apparently. He's going to make sure it's flush with the dirt, and he does as he gives the fans a wave as he trots off the field with that base tool. The count's 2-1 on Bronson Butcher with Hibbert at second and nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. 1 run home on the Nick Kern solo home run. Phil Roland, the right-hander, works from the third base side of the rubber. His 2-1 pitch to Butcher, outside and low. Reaching down to get it, Kozak. 3 balls and a strike on Bronson Butcher. Standard positioning on defense all the way around. Everybody's straight away. And now Rupert Watson, the second baseman, will take a couple of steps towards second. He'll be the one keeping Hibbert close to the bag. And now the 3-1 pitch from Roland, and Butcher takes ball 4, a fastball missed down low. First walk issued by Roland in the game. 1 walk and 1 strikeout. And now Rayson Romero to the plate. Romero played a key role in last night as it seemed like everybody 1 through 9 had a role. He worked a walk in the 6th inning, came around to score a 3-run 6th, and then a sacrifice fly in the 7th for Romero in last night's ball game. Every run counted last night in the 11-10 walk-off win. Barrios, the walk-off hero last night. So here's Romero, and Gelfman at third base is going to play in. Same with Cannella at first. In case Ray squares around, and the first pitch from Roland is taken on the outside corner for strike 1. On the season for Rayson Romero, just 1 sacrifice bunt. This team does not move runners over in the bunting fashion as much as maybe some would think, as the 0-1 to Romero is swung on and missed. And with a 3-0 lead in the second, and how they've been hitting Roland, Zach Pace is going to let him swing away. Romero, who's reached in 14 straight games, right-handed hitting shortstop. Behind in the count, 0-2 with Hibbert at second, Butcher at first. Here comes the pitch, and it's hit on the ground softly to first. And Cannella watches it go right underneath his glove. Cosimo Cannella, the first baseman, took 2 steps to his right. Went to backhand it to try and start the double play as if he were going to go to second with it. It hit off the webbing of the glove and skipped past him. Rupert Watson was there to field it, but nobody was at first base. That's an error on Cannella over at first base, and the bases are loaded for Nick Gatta. Here's Nick Gatta with the bases loaded and nobody out. He homered off of Roland to open the Stomper half of the first inning. Right-hander from the windup. His first pitch to Nick Gatta is outside, ball 1. Gatta fell behind 0-2 against Roland. Before homering in the first. The 1-0 on its way. Gatta takes inside, ball 2. Hibbert's at third, Butcher's at second, and Romero at first after the error by Cosimo Cannella. He is in over at first with his toes on the infield grass. Gatta ahead in the count, 2-0 on Roland. The right-hander works over the head, his 2-0 pitch. Outside to Gatta, and the count is 3-0. Gatta, who leads the league with 66 walks. He walked 3 times in last night's game. All over the base paths all the time is the kid from San Diego, Nick Gatta, and here's the 3-1 pitch to him from Roland, and that's taken inside, a 4-pitch walk. Hibbert will trot in from third, and that extends the lead 4-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Second RBI of the night for Nick Gatta. He has 29 on the season. And here comes last night's hero, Pedro Barrios. So Taylor Zutenhorst is going to come out of the dugout and go talk to his starter, Phil Roland. A home run to lead off the inning. Hibbert hit by a pitch. Butcher walked. Romero reached on the error that loaded the bases. And then a 4-pitch walk to Nick Gatta. So the Knicks getting it done. A home run and an RBI walk here in the second. The Stompers lead at 4-0 as Pedro Barrios makes his way to the plate. The mound visit between Zutenhorst, Kozak, and Roland is done. Barrios in last night's game, 3 for 6 with, of course, the deciding hit in the ball game, the single in the bottom of the 10th. Roland will continue to work out of the windup with the bases loaded and nobody out, bottom of the second. His first pitch to Pedro Barrios. Fouled in and out of the glove of Kozak and makes its way all the way back to the screen. And the count is 0-1. Stompers can really pour it on here in the bottom of the second inning. And the big bats coming up now with Barrios, DeAngelis, Quitzer, and then Williams. Barrios has a base hit and a run scored in the game already. The 0-1 pitch hit in the air right field. Going back on it is Bishops. He looks up. A grand slam for Pedro Barrios. He goes the other way to right center field. His first grand slam of the season, and the Stompers have broken it open. It's 8-0. That home run for Pedro Barrios is brought to you by Epicenter. Make your next family adventure an epic one at Epicenter. Third Stomper home run of the game, the second of the inning, and here comes Rob DeAngelis. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. The Stompers have scored 6 times. DeAngelis lined out to Chuck Rocker in center field his first time up. The Barrios grand slam, his third home run of the season. First pitch to DeAngelis. He fouls it away, and Eric Kozak, the catcher, loses his glove. Three home runs and 29 RBI. So the reason that Eric Kozak's glove came off was that Rob DeAngelis got a piece of it. So the catcher's interference on Eric Kozak allows Rob DeAngelis to go to first base. So on the swing, Kozak's glove came off. We initially thought that it was fouled in and out of the glove of Kozak, and the glove just came off. But catcher's interference called. Rob DeAngelis goes down to first base, and now Chris Quitzer with nobody out. DeAngelis at first after the catcher's interference, and now Roland works out of the stretch once again. DeAngelis goes. Quitzer hits it in the air, slicing to left center field. That's going to split the gap and go all the way to the wall. Rob DeAngelis will hold at third. Chris Quitzer cruises into second base, a double. And the Stompers have him at second and third, and nobody out. Chris Quitzer's 11th double of the season, and now Zutenhorst out of the dugout. Or Salina once again, he'll go to the mound. Still nobody out. Miles Williams is coming to the plate, and before Zutenhorst even gets there, Phil Rowland walks off the mound and hands Zutenhorst the baseball. New pitcher for the Stockade here in the bottom of the second inning. Stompers lead at 8-0. Second and third, and nobody out. Miles Williams coming up. This pitching change brought to you by Sonoma Hills Retirement. New pitcher, and we'll have that for you when we come back.
We would like to thank our community partners. Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty. Sonoma Hills Retirement Community. And
CARSTAR Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
New pitcher for Salina here in the bottom of the second inning. It's going to be right-hander Jordan Young in his first appearance with the club this year. Lifetime for Young. He pitched in the Pecos League in 2018 with the White Sands Pupfish. 0-4 with an 8.94 ERA in his career. He's allowed 70 runs, 53 earned on 96 hits, and 53 in the third innings pitched. So an early exit for Phil Rowland as he lasts just one inning and allows 3 home runs and 6 hits. And a tough spot for Jordan Young to come into here in the game. Second and third, nobody out, and Miles Williams coming to the plate. 8-0 Stompers, 6 runs this inning. The big swing of the bat, the Pedro Barrios grand slam to right center field. Jordan Young, the right-hander, will work out of the windup. His first pitch to Miles Williams. He pops it straight back and out of play. Nick Kern led off the inning with a home run. Hibbert was hit by a pitch. Butcher walked, and Romero reached on an error to load the bases. Gata took a 4-pitch walk to drive in a run, and then Barrios hit the grand slam. DeAngelis is at third. He reached on a catcher's interference, and then Quitzer doubled to left center. Here's the 0-1 to Williams, and he takes outside and low. Stompers 2 for 3 already with men in scoring position. The single by Quitzer to drive in a run, and the Barrios grand slam. One and one on Miles Williams. Trying to blow this game open even more in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the 1-1, and that breaking ball is high, and Williams had to duck. Thought it was going to come right at his head. It broke over the inside to get away from Williams, but not enough for it to be called a strike, and the count is 2-1. Jordan Young in his first appearance of the season with the Stockade, his 2-1 pitch, and Williams rolls it foul along third. Miles, the ninth man to hit for the Stompers here in the bottom of the second inning. Still nobody out. The 2-2 pitch from Young. Williams hits it on the ground to short. Artson will charge in field, throw to first on the run. Williams is retired for the first out. It does bring DeAngelis home from third. So an RBI ground out for Miles Williams, his 44th run batted into the season. And here comes Nick Kern. Chris Quitzer stays at second on the play with the grounder hit to short. 7 Stomper runs now here in the bottom of the second inning. So here's Nick Kern, who led off the inning with a solo home run. Young will go from the stretch now for the first time with Quitzer at second and 1 out. First pitch to Nick Kern, a fastball in the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Jordan Young gave an interesting leg lift there as he shifted the momentum towards second base as if you're going to move inside and throw that way, and then quickly shifted the momentum back toward the plate and delivered the first pitch to Nick Kern. Right-hander set the 0-1, and Kern pulls it foul, and it one-hops into the Salina dugout. Young quickly ahead of him, 0-2. First 7 Stompers that have come up to the plate have reached here in the inning and scored. Quitzer would be the 8th. Out at second base. Williams the only out, the ground out to drive in a run. On 0-2, the righty deals, and Kern fouls it away to stay alive. Vallejo fighting for a share of second place with San Rafael. They beat San Rafael last night on the road, a final of 7-4, and they're leading the Pacifics right now 7-3 in the top of the 6th inning. Jordan Young's 0-2 pitch to Nick Kern fouled away again. They're straight away on defense against Kern, the right-handed hitter. 3 home runs, 13 runs batted in. Last time Kern played against Salina, he drove in 5 runs in 1 inning in that 21-8 win. Here's the 0-2. Kern fouls a curveball this time back to the screen. That was in the bottom of the 8th inning. Kern in that inning had a 3-run home run and a 2-run single. Jordan Young got away with a pitch there to Nick Kern on 0-2. A breaking ball hung above the belt, and Kern did only get a piece of it as he calls time here and steps out. Quitzer at second base with 1 out. 9-0 Stompers, bottom of the second inning. Wind blowing out to left center. Now it shifts towards straightaway center field. The 0-2 on the way again from Young, and Kern gets a fastball in on the hands and gets a piece to stay alive yet again. Stockade on a 3-game win streak. They beat Napa earlier today 11-4. They put up 15 hits in that ball game. Stompers with 6 hits in the game already here in the second. Another 0-2 pitch coming from Jordan Young. It's on its way to Kern. And he takes a breaking ball outside. Kern started to walk back toward the dugout, thought it was strike 3. And not so fast, as it was called a little bit outside, and the count moves to 1-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up to Kern. Jordan Young has recorded the only out in the inning so far. His 1-2 on its way, and Kern hits it high to center. Not very deep, over toward left center field, moves Chuck Rocker. He calls for it, and he slides, and a catch is made by Rocker in left center field. Ryan Rodriguez and Chuck Rocker converged together. Rocker slid as Rodriguez tried to steal the fly ball away from him. It missed the glove of Rodriguez, and Rocker, who had gone into a slide, makes the catch about a foot away from the turf. So Nick Kern is retired for the second out of the inning, and now Matt Hibbert will come to the plate. Hibbert was hit on the left arm his first time up against Phil Rowland. Rowland's still responsible for Quitzer out at second base, so the book is not yet closed on Phil Rowland. And Matt Hibbert will try and drive in that run from second with 2 out. Hit by a pitch and scored already this inning. Young's first pitch, and Hibbert takes inside 1-0. Young looks out towards second base with 2 out, where Quitzer leads. His 1-0 pitch to Hibbert, fouled right off the top of the plate. One ball, 1 strike on Hibbert, right-handed hitting center fielder. He's the 11th Stomper to hit here in the bottom of the second inning. Young out of the stretch on 1-1 to Hibbert. That's found away down the right field line. One ball and 2 strikes, the count on Hibbert. Right-hander stands back in. Watson at second base has the heels on the grass. Now the 1-2 from Young, and Hibbert takes high. Very close pitch for Hibbert to take up at the letters. It's called ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 out, a man at second, and of course here in inning number 2, Stompers ahead 9-0. Young from the belt, his 2-2 pitch. Hibbert takes outside, and the count is full. Very close pitch for Hibbert to take on the outside corner. Now that's 2 in a row that Hibbert should probably feel thankful for. Butcher on deck. The payoff on its way from Young, and Hibbert fouls it off of his foot as it rolls up the third baseline. It nicks the third base bag. But Hibbert fouled it off that left foot. The count remains full. Three and 2 on Hibbert. 7th pitch coming up after an 8-pitch flyout from Nick Kern for the second out. Quitzer takes his lead from second base. Butcher waits on deck. The payoff from Young. High ball 4. So Matt Hibbert on base for the second time here tonight. He takes a walk from Young. And now Bronson Butcher. Butcher walked and scored against Phil Rowland earlier in this second inning. Two on and two out. The first pitch on its way to Bronson Butcher. He takes low ball one. Couple of borderline pitches taken by Matt Hibbert, and they work down in his favor as he works a 3-2 walk. At second base, Arntzen on the grass. Make that at shortstop, Arntzen on the grass, and Butcher rolls it softly foul up the third baseline, 1-1. Rocker in center field. Straight away for Butcher. Jordan Young from the stretch. Set below the belt, his 1-1 to Butcher. That's hit in the air down to right field. Coming on is Cody Bishop, and he'll make the catch, and the inning is over. Stompers score 7 times in the bottom of the second inning. A solo home run for Nick Kern. RBI walk for Gata. An RBI ground out for Williams. And the Pedro Barrios grand slam. We're through 2. It's the Stompers 9. The Stockade nothing.
You're a bridge builder, a connector, a people person. You make every moment count, and you know how to count every moment. You know people who are going places, and you help them get there. California's business is your business. You specialize in special, and we specialize in your specialty. No matter what your background is or where you want to go, at Nelson, every day is a great day for a first day. Connect with a Nelson recruiter in your city to start working on putting your next first day on the calendar. Nelson, our talent is finding yours.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
CARSTAR Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Cody Bishop leads it off for Salina in the top of the third inning, and he takes a fastball on the outside corner from Pat Barnett. And the count is 0-1. 9-0 Stompers as we enter the third, and Barnett's 0-1 pitch to Bishop is high and away. 1-1 strike on Bishop, top of the lineup. Bishop, Watson, and Canella. Here's the 1-1, and that is smashed down the right field line. If it stays fair, and it will not, says Ron Adams. Wasn't a question of if, it was a question of will it stay fair. Plenty of distance for Cody Bishop, and he missed his 9th home run by that much. Of course, here right behind home plate, tough to tell. Ron Adams was right on that right field line as he threw up the arms to call it foul. So a long strike 2 on Bishop. Pat Barnett pitched out of a bases loaded jam in the second, striking out Rodriguez, looking to end the inning. Now is 1-2 to Bishop, and the breaking ball skips in the dirt. And a nice play by Bishop in the box as it popped straight up in the air, and he reached up and picked it out of the sky. 2-2. Bishop opened the game, a fly ball to left on the first pitch of the game. And DeAngelo Scott, here's the 2-2 from Barnett, and that is roped into right. A top spinning line drive will fall in front of Miles Williams as he juggles it initially and now throws it in. A leadoff single for Cody Bishop to open the third. So here's Rupert Watson, limited at bats coming into the game. Only 5, but he had 3 hits, including a home run and 4 RBIs in those 5 at bats. Grounded to Pedro Barrios at second against Barnett. He is 0 for 1. Quitzer holds on the runner at first. Kern plays in at third, and Watson takes outside from Barnett, ball 1. Kern, even with the bag at third, now creeps in front of the bag. Barnett's 1-0 from the stretch, and that's low to Watson, ball 2. The single for Bishop to right, he's at first, and they pinch up the middle for a double play. Romero at short. Barrios at second. They're straight away in the outfield against a right-handed hitter, Rupert Watson, and the 2-0 is yanked foul down the third baseline. Stompers winners of 7 of their last 10. Avoided the 3-game skid last night with the walk-off win in the bottom of the 10th inning. Barnett's 2-1 to Watson, a breaking ball on the ground to third. Kern fields to go to second for 1. Barrios back to first, and it is not in time. 5-4 to retire Cody Bishop at second base for the first out of the inning. Rupert Watson reaches on the fielder's choice, and now Cosimo Canella will come to the plate with 8 home runs and 30 runs batted in. Popped up to Rayson Romero at shortstop on the outfield grass, his first time up against Pat Barnett. The right-hander's first pitch, and Canella fouls it out of play off to the right. A 26-pitch second inning for Barnett after he needed only 5 pitches in the first. Now a spin and a throwback to first base with Rupert Watson dancing off the bag. He was on his way back to the bag when Barnett spun in through that way. And thankfully for Watson, they caught him leaning the wrong way. It was toast over at first, the 0-1, and Canella fouls it straight back again, and now he's behind 0-2. Stompers, including tonight, 21 home runs in the last 8 games. Lead the league. Came in with 85, now have 88. The 0-2 to Canella, breaking ball on the ground to short. Romero fields to flip to second for 1. Barrios to first, a 6-4-3 twin killing, and Barnett works a 1-2-3 third. We go to the Stomper half of the inning. Stompers up 9-0.
North Bay Credit Union is proud to be part of Sonoma County's home team. We're your progressive alternative to big banks, delivering a full roster of great banking services, but at much lower costs. Our lineup always hits it out of the park. Auto loans, home loans, manufactured home loans, and 100% free checking that pays you back. We're equally proud to support lots of local groups, including the Sonoma Stompers, because that's what neighbors do. We're the home of league-leading Casasa Checking. Casasa Checking is better than free. It pays you, and you choose how you want to be rewarded. Bonus dividends on your deposits, or cash back on your debit card purchases. And Casasa makes any ATM a free ATM. It's easy to switch to Casasa in just minutes at northbaycu.com. Our convenient branches are just a short stop from anywhere, including our newest Sonoma Valley and Rohnert Park locations. Don't let banks throw curveballs at your budget with high rates and foul fees. Count on North Bay Credit Union to save you money every day. Learn more at northbaycu.com or call 707-584-0384. Loans subject to approval. Details at northbaycu.com.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty. Sonoma Hills Retirement Community. And
CARSTAR Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Arrow leads it off in the bottom of the third inning. 9-0 our score. 9-1-2. Romero followed by Gata and then Barrios against Jordan Young. So Phil Rowland goes an inning, allows 9 runs, 7 earned on 6 hits, walks 1, strikes 1 out. So now Romero, who reached on an error by Canella and scored in the second inning, the first pitch from Jordan Young on the outside corner to Rayson Romero. The count is 0-1. 7-4 Vallejo in the bottom of the sixth inning. They're on the road in San Rafael, looking for a share of second place tonight. And Romero shoots it in the air to right field. That's slicing away from Bishop. That'll fall for a base hit. Romero around first hard. He's headed for second. The throw in is going to be late. Leadoff double for Rayson Romero to right. His 7th double of the season. And they continue to hit against Salina here in the third inning, and Nick Gata will come to the plate. Gata has a solo home run, a walk, and 2 RBIs so far in the game tonight. Chasing that Zach Pace record of 84 walks in a season. He has 67. He walked 3 times last night. He's walked once tonight, left-handed hitter against Jordan Young. The righty's first pitch. And Gata hits it in the air to right. Not that deep. Bishop camps under it. And it finally does come down. Bishop makes the catch. Romero's on his way to third. The throw, not in time. The tag was late. Gata flies to right for the first out. And it works like a sacrifice in a way, getting Romero to third. It does not go down as a sacrifice. And here's Pedro Barrios with a man at third and 1 out. Barrios 2 for 2. The grand slam for Barrios. His last time up, that came against Phil Rowland. Young works out of the windup. Canella in at first, and the first pitch to Barrios is taken for strike 1 across the outer half. Barrios with Romero at third. Gotta hit a high fly ball to medium depth and right, and Romero tagged up on the play, and now the breaking ball from Young is high, ball 1. Surprised to see Romero tagging on that play, but got to get your work in, even though it is 9-0. This team's second in the league in home runs. Salina, they can put the bat on the ball as Barrios skies it down to play down the right field line. And it hit the light standard. Did it hit a light? I don't think it hit a light. It hit the light standard down the right field line and bounced back onto the field. One ball and 2 strikes. The pitch on its way from Young. Barrios hits it softly on the ground, left side, off the mound. Young, he barehands, and the throw to first is offline. That's going to be a hit for Pedro Barrios. It drives in a run, and Barrios has 5 RBIs. Romero scores from third. An athletic play off the mound by Jordan Young, falling off the first base side to field it down the third baseline. Barehanded, and he throws to first, but it's late. Base hit for Pedro Barrios. And it's 10-0 in the third. Rob DeAngelis coming to the plate. DeAngelis is 0 for 1. He lined to center, reached on catcher's interference, and scored in the second inning. Barrios at first after the infield hit to drive Romero in. Now the first pitch to DeAngelis. He lines it into left field past Gelfman. First hit of the ball game for Rob DeAngelis. So here is Quitzer. 2 for 2 with a double. He does have an RBI. He'll bat with Barrios at second, DeAngelis at first, 1 out. Nine hits in the game already, and we're in the bottom of the third inning with 1 out. First pitch to Quitzer on the inside corner from Jordan Young for strike 1. Romero doubled to right. Got to hit a fly ball to right for the first out, which Romero tagged up and went to third. Then Barrios, the infield single. Almost a swinging bunt up the third baseline. To drive Romero in, and then DeAngelis sliced a base hit to left. The 0-1. Quitzer pops it up, foul territory, third base side out of play, and now he's falling behind 0-2. Quitzer, left-handed hitter at the plate from Buffalo, New York. Had a 5 RBI game last night on 3 hits. And already working on his third hit, potentially here in the third inning. Young at the belt, now he steps off after staring at Barrios leading from second. No balls and 2 strikes to count to Chris Quitzer, the lefty at the plate. The 0-2. And it looked like Kozak was crossed up there on the pitch from Jordan Young. It was a breaking ball. It missed high and away. And it started high. Kozak started to sit up out of the crouch, and then it broke down. And Kozak quickly backed down into the crouch and caught it. And after he threw it back to Jordan Young, Young caught the ball and stared into Kozak as if to say, "You okay?" 1 ball, 2 strikes. First and second, 1 out. 1-2 on its way. And Quitzer hits it on the ground wide of first, and Ethington tries to make the play in the first base coach's box and comes up empty. Richardson steps out of the dugout and says, "Easy there, big fella." Still 1-2. Quitzer, who's reached in 26 straight with 2 hits tonight. In search of his third hit, the 1-2 from Young. In the air, right field. Line drive right at Bishop. He'll make the catch. Barrios tags. He'll go to third on the play. So a pair of fly balls to right in the inning advance the runners from second to third. And with 2 out, Miles Williams will hit. DeAngelis holds his position at first base. Williams looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout and RBI groundout. He's driven in 44 on the year now. He and Quitzer lead this team. 44 RBIs for Williams and 43 for Quitzer. Right-handed hitter at the plate with men at the corners and 2 out. Very deep on the left side of the infield. DeAngelis leads from first. Barrios from third. DeAngelis goes. The pitch is taken above the letters. A throw down to second. It's off the glove of Watson. It goes into center field. Barrios is going to score. DeAngelis will go to third, and it's 11-0. That's a stolen base for Rob DeAngelis. He goes to third on the air by the catcher, Eric Kozak. But for DeAngelis, his 16th stolen base of the season. The run scores on the throwing error. DeAngelis goes to third on the throwing error. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Miles Williams, and he takes a breaking ball high. 2 balls and no strikes to count on Williams. And it is a blowout early here tonight. Young from the windup, the right-hander on 2 balls and no strikes to Williams, and he pops it out of play, 2-1. Second error of the ball game for the Stockade, the throwing error by the catcher Kozak, allowing the run to score. Barrios was just going to stay at third until it hit off the glove of Watson and went into center field. And he thought, well, heck, I'll just trot home and let DeAngelis go to third base. The 2-1, rope to center. That's hit well. Rocker going back. See you later. 2-run shot for Miles Williams, and it is 13-0 to dead center field. Williams hits his 13th. My goodness, that is one of the furthest home runs that we have seen hit this year in this ballpark. It's 435 feet to straightaway center. Williams didn't hit it to dead center, but he hit it just to the left of that, and it traveled at least 430 feet. A 2-run home run for Williams. His 13th, he's now driven in 46. And now Nick Kern. First pitch from Jordan Young is high to Kern. 1 ball and no strikes. So the Stompers have homered 4 times in the ball game. 22 home runs in the last 8 games for this club. And they lead 13-0. The 1-0 pitch to Kern. Hit in the air to right. Back on it goes Watson. In comes Bishop, and he will call off Watson and make the catch to end the inning. Stompers score 4 times on the single by Barrios, the error, and then the 2-run home run for Miles Williams. We're through 3. It's the Stompers 13, the Stockade nothing.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
CARSTAR Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
Zane Gelfman, Omar Arntzen, Chuck Rocker for Salina. Here in the top of the 4th inning, Stompers up by 13. And the first pitch to Gelfman is hit in the air to left. DeAngelis goes back, and a solo home run for Zane Gelfman. Now the lead is only a dozen. #15th home run of the year for Zane Gelfman. 5th home run of the ball game overall between these two teams. And Salina's on the board. It's 13-1. Don't count these guys out. They scored 11 runs already earlier today. That's the first run that Barnett's given up. As Omar Arntzen stands in the first pitch, squares around, bunts it right back to the hill. Barnett fields. He throws him out at first. 1 out, and Chuck Rocker's coming up. First home run of the season allowed by Barnett. Of course, he came in with 15 1/3 innings pitched, all out of the bullpen. His first start tonight. Chuck Rocker is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. They play straight away on defense against Rocker. So 2 pitches in the inning, a home run and a bunt right back to Barnett. He threw out Artson, the first pitch to Rocker. Outside and low. 1 ball and no strikes. The center fielder, the right-handed hitter. Barnett works solely out of the stretch position. Here's his 1-0, and Rocker takes strike 1 on the outside corner. One ball, 1 strike pitch on its way from Barnett, and Rocker takes outside and low. 4 hits in the game for the Stockade. Gelfman with his 15th home run of this season to lead off the top of the 4th inning. Here's the 2-1 on the way from Barnett, and Rocker fouls it out of play, and the count's even at 2-2. We enter the ball game tonight. Stompers lead San Rafael 8.5 games, the magic number at 5, and really a bunched up middle of the pack as the 2-2 is fouled away. 1 game separates San Rafael and Vallejo. 5 games separate San Rafael and Napa, who is the 4th place team. So it'll be interesting down the stretch with the 2-2 on the way to Rocker. He takes high and the count is full. San Rafael's lost 2 straight, and they trail Vallejo tonight. The Admirals have won 4 straight. And Napa with the loss earlier today. 6 straight losses. Here's the payoff to Chuck Rocker. Swung on and missed. 3rd strikeout of the game for Barnett. 2 away here in the top of the 4th. Now Taylor Zutenhorst, who has a hit in the game, will bat. Bases empty, 2 away. Zutenhorst, left-handed hitter. With the bases empty, Barnett's first pitch on the way, and that's on the outside corner to Zutenhorst, and Barnett gets ahead with strike 1. Lights on here in the top of the 4th inning. The 0-1. Zutenhorst swings through a high fastball, 0-2. There have been nights where we haven't had the lights come on until the 7th or 8th. Tonight's start time was delayed 20 minutes due to the Stockade just getting here from Napa after they played earlier today and won. Barnett ahead on 0-2. The pitch to Zutenhorst. Hit softly on the ground, left side. Kern from third will move over and throw Zutenhorst out. Salina gets their first run of the game, a leadoff home run off the bat of Zane Gelfman, his 15th. We go into the home half of the 4th. It's the Stompers 13. Stockade 1.
You're a bridge builder, a connector, a people person. You make every moment count, and you know how to count every moment. You know people who are going places, and you help them get there. California's business is your business. You specialize in special, and we specialize in your specialty. No matter what your background is or where you want to go, at Nelson, every day is a great day for a first day. Connect with a Nelson recruiter in your city to start working on putting your next first day on the calendar. Nelson, our talent is finding yours.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
CARSTAR Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
and Social media support is provided by Word Mice.
New pitcher for the Stockade here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Right-hander Aaron Sheeks is going to come into the game. He'll face Matt Hibbert, who takes a first pitch down low, and the count is 1-0. So some defensive changes. Dave Gallagher is going to come into the game in the spot of Chuck Rocker. That'll be the sixth spot of the lineup. Matt Hibbert takes outside here, and it's 2-0. So Gallagher comes in the sixth spot. He'll play third base. Zane Gelfman, the third baseman, is going to move over and play first. Cannella, the first baseman, goes to right. That sends Bishop from right to center, and Chuck Rocker is out of the game. And Hibbert hits it on the ground on 2-0 to Rupert Watson at second base, who throws him out at first, one away. So Aaron Sheeks into the game. Sheeks is 6-foot right-hander from Miami, Florida. We've seen Sheeks limited in the batting order, more on the mound this year. This is his 11th appearance, an ERA of 3.95. He's a pitch-to-contact kind of guy, a two-way guy, the position player. He's found a spot in this bullpen. His first pitch to Bronson Butcher is inside, 1-0. So the first time we've seen Dave Gallagher, he comes in to play third. Gelfman from third to first. Cannella from first to right. Bishop from right to center, and Rocker out of the game. You got that? Good. Here's the 1-0 to Butcher, and that's on the outside corner, a called strike. It's 1-1. A lot of switching around for Salina. In the bottom of the fourth inning, Stompers on top 13-1. Nobody on and one out. Hibbert grounded to second to open the inning. The 1-1 pitch on its way, and Butcher watches a breaking ball snap over the middle of the plate for strike two. Rayson Romero to follow, and then Nick Gatta if we get there. In the last of the fourth. The 1-2 on its way from Sheeks. Butcher takes a fastball low. Two balls and two strikes the count on Butcher. He's 0 for 1. He's flied to right and walked and scored. Right-handed hitter against Sheeks, the righty out of the bullpen. Is 2-2. Outside, and the count is full. Jordan Young goes 2 innings, allows 4 runs on 7 hits, walks 1, no strikeouts. Count full on Butcher. Romero waits on deck. Payoff pitch on its way. Outside, ball 4. Fourth time the Stompers have walked tonight. Only struck out 1 time. Romero to bat. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Reached on an error. He's scored both times. Stompers 2 in the first, 7 in the second, 4 in the third. Salina got a run in the top half on the Zane Gelfman home run, his 15th. Gelfman holds on Butcher at first. First pitch to Romero, low and away. One ball, no strikes on Romero, the right-handed hitting shortstop. Lights are on. The sun setting in about a half an hour or so. It'll be gone. 2 balls and no strikes as Romero takes low. 72 degrees when we started. And now down to 64. It's cooling off, but the ball's still flying out of the ballpark. The 2-0, Romero ropes it foul along third. 5 home runs in the game, 4 for the Stompers, 1 for Ghana, 1 for Barrios, 1 for Williams, and 1 for Kern. So with 5 home runs tonight in the last 3 games, these 2 teams have played, tonight being the third, 20 home runs hit between the 2 teams. Of course, they are 1 and 2 in the league in home runs. Stompers with 89 and the Stockade with 70. 2 balls, 1 strike. Romero back in the box with Butcher leading from first base. The 2-1 from Sheeks is on the outside corner, called a strike, 2-2. Barnett has flourished in his first start of the season tonight. Allowing just the 1 run so far in the game through 4 innings, and the 2-2 to Romero is punched into the air over toward the first baseline. Sheeks will make the catch on the run, and he'll throw over to Gelfman at first, and that's a double play. Romero pops it up. Sheeks, the infielder pitching, comes off of the mound, makes the catch on the first baseline. Butcher was too far off the bag, and he's doubled it up at first. So the Stompers do not score for the first time tonight. A 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the 5th. 8-9-1 with the Stompers leading 13-1.
North Bay Credit Union is proud to be part of Sonoma County's home team. We're your progressive alternative to big banks, delivering a full roster of great banking services, but at much lower costs. Our lineup always hits it out of the park. Auto loans, home loans, manufactured home loans, and 100% free checking that pays you back. We're equally proud to support lots of local groups, including the Sonoma Stompers, because that's what neighbors do. We're the home of league-leading Casasa Checking. Casasa Checking is better than free. It pays you, and you choose how you want to be rewarded. Bonus dividends on your deposits, or cash back on your debit card purchases. And Casasa makes any ATM a free ATM. It's easy to switch to Casasa in just minutes at northbaycu.com. Our convenient branches are just a short stop from anywhere, including our newest Sonoma Valley and Rohnert Park locations. Don't let banks throw curveballs at your budget with high rates and foul fees. Count on North Bay Credit Union to save you money every day. Learn more at northbaycu.com or call 707-584-0384. Loans subject to approval. Details at northbaycu.com.
Eric Kozak, Ryan Rodriguez, and Cody Bishop. Or Salina in the top of the fifth inning, and Kozak swings on the first pitch, hits it high and deep to left center field. Matt Hibbert on the run. He settles down a couple of steps in front of the warning track, and he makes the catch. One pitch and one out for Pat Barnett. Barnett, the product of Eastern Connecticut State University. Last time he played before this year was in 2016 with the San Rafael Pacifics and the Great Bend Boom. In that season, he went 6-7 with a 2.69 ERA through 120 and 2/3 innings, and primarily a starter in that year, starting 17 games. Prior to coming to the Stompers here in 2019, and his first pitch to Ryan Rodriguez is low and away. 1 no strikes. He won the conference championship while he was at Eastern Connecticut State against Southern Maine. That was back in 2014. The 26-year-old right-hander on 1-0 to Rodriguez. That's tapped softly on the ground to third. Kern waits for a big hop, and he fires across the infield to Jacob Barfield. Has come into the game to play first base in place of Chris Quitzer, so Quitzer's night is done. He goes 2 for 3 with an RBI and a double. The only changes for the Stompers defensively here in the top of the fifth. 2 quick outs, and Cody Bishop steps in. A single and a fly out. He's 1 for 2. First pitch to Bishop from Pat Barnett is inside. 1 and no strikes. They're in the top of the 8th inning down in San Rafael, and it's the Admirals 7, the Pacifics 4. A 1-0 tapped softly over the mound. Romero by the bag at second. Fields the throw, and the run is in time to get Bishop. Nice play by Romero, fielding the chopper over the mound at short, and a 1-2-3 fifth for Pat Barnett. We're halfway through the ball game here tonight. Coming up for the Stompers in the home half, the top of the lineup, leading 13-1.
North Bay Credit Union is proud to be part of Sonoma County's home team. We're your progressive alternative to big banks, delivering a full roster of great banking services, but at much lower costs. Our lineup always hits it out of the park. Auto loans, home loans, manufactured home loans, and 100% free checking that pays you back. We're equally proud to support lots of local groups, including the Sonoma Stompers, because that's what neighbors do. We're the home of league-leading Kasasa Checking. Kasasa Checking is better than free. It pays you, and you choose how you want to be rewarded. Bonus dividends on your deposits, or cash back on your debit card purchases. And Kasasa makes any ATM a free ATM. It's easy to switch to Kasasa in just minutes at northbaycu.com. Our convenient branches are just a short stop from anywhere, including our newest Sonoma Valley and Rohnert Park locations. Don't let banks throw curveballs at your budget with high rates and foul fees. Count on North Bay Credit Union to save you money every day. Learn more at northbaycu.com or call 707-584-0384. Loans subject to approval. Details at northbaycu.com.
Halfway home in the ball game tonight, we enter the second half of tonight's game. Nick Gana, Pedro Barrios, and Rob DeAngelis. Stomper half of the 5th. Bottom of the 8th in San Rafael, 7-4 Vallejo. That's the same final in which the Admirals beat the Pacifics down there last night, 7-4. First pitch to Nick Gata from Aaron Sheeks, a two-seamer on the outside corner for strike 1. Gata's 1 for 2, a solo home run to lead off the game for the Stompers in the bottom of the 1st inning. He walked to drive in a run and scored in the 2nd. Then hit a deep fly ball to right. The 0-1. Breaking ball flipped in for strike 2. Gata doesn't like it, but in a 13-1 lead, thinking maybe the human element takes over and that strike zone widens a little bit. Sheeks works from the stretch, from the belt, the 0-2. Gata takes a big hack on a slow breaking ball and rolls it softly up the first baseline. Foul. Still 0-2. Gata, Barrios, DeAngelis, 1, 2, 3 in the 5th. Rolling around, allowed 9 runs, 7 earned. Young, 4 runs, all earned. Now time called by Gata. Aaron Sheeks worked a 1, 2, 3, 4th. Did walk Butcher, but Romero popped up to Sheeks, who then doubled off Butcher at first. Here's the 0-2 once again, and Gata watches a fastball miss down low. Defensively for Salina, it's Rodriguez in left, Bishop in center, Canella in right. Gallagher and Artson on the left side, Watson and Gelfman on the right side of the infield. The 1-2 on its way, and Gata watches it down low. Defensively, they're straight away in the outfield. Rupert Watson at second has his heels on the grass. The 2-2 on its way, and Gata lines it down the left field line. That'll sit for a base hit over to cut it off Rodriguez. Gata lazily rounds first, and he has his second hit of the night. A single to left. That brings Pedro Barrios to the plate. Barrios with 5 RBIs in the game. He's 3 for 3, a couple of base hits, and a grand slam. 7 is the most ever in a Pacific Association game. RBIs, that is. 8 men have driven in 7, and Barrios watches a fastball from Sheeks outside, 1-0. One of those on this team right now, Brent Gillespie, did it in 2017, though he is off tonight. The 1-0, Barrios lines it down the right field line, foul for strike 1. Alan Mockaby did it last year. Daniel Baptista, Joel Carranza, and Isaac Wenrich, all former Stompers, have driven in 7. Barrios has driven in 5. He's 3 for 3. Gata's at first base with nobody out. The 1-1 from Sheeks, and Barrios takes high and in ball 2. And we're only in the 5th. Barrios is probably this at bat plus 1 more at least. He'll at least have 1 more. The 2-1 on its way from Sheeks, and Barrios hits it in the air, right center field. That'll split the gap. That rolls all the way to the wall. Barrios headed for 2. Gata gets the wave. He's going to score. Pedro Barrios, an RBI double to right center field. And it's 14-1. The 4th hit of the night for Pedro Barrios, an RBI double. He's driven in 6. Rob DeAngelis coming up. DeAngelis 1 for 2, a single. He reached on catcher's interference, and he scored twice. DeAngelis, left-handed hitter at the plate. First pitch on its way from Sheeks, and he takes outside, 1-0. Jacob Barfield out into the on-deck circle. He came in defensively in the top half of the inning at first base. He'll hit in Chris Quitzer's spot, the 4th spot of the lineup. Barrios leads from second, the 1-0 pitch. Now back to the screen, and the count is even at 1-1. So Barrios chasing that RBI total in a single game. He has 4 hits, and the most hits in the game, 6. That was Shane Hughes last year for Martinez with 6 hits. He's the only guy to do it. 1-1 pitch to DeAngelis, low and away from Sheeks. Stompers have scored in each inning except for the 4th. 2 in the first, 7 in the second, 4 in the third, 1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-1 on its way, and DeAngelis takes inside. That gets by Kozak. All the way to the screen, a pass ball allows Barrios to move up to third base. The count's 3-1 on Rob. Barrios chasing the RBI, single game record, the hit, single game record, and potentially the runs scored. He's at 30, scored 3 times. Record's 5. 7 different guys did it. Nobody out, the 3-1 on the way to DeAngelis, and that curveball is high and away. DeAngelis at first base after the walk, and now Jacob Barfield's going to hit. Quitzer ends the night 2 for 3, an RBI single, a double. Barfield on the season, 264, 15 home runs, and 31 runs batted in. 3rd in the league in home runs. 1st and 3rd. Nobody out. In the bottom of the 5th, the first pitch to Barfield. A breaking ball smashed to left. Rodriguez goes back. See you later. Jacob Barfield, 1 pitch, his 16th home run. A 3-run home run for Jacob Barfield, and it is 17-1. Barfield has 16 home runs and 34 runs batted in. 4 men have come to the plate. 4 men have scored here in the bottom of the 5th inning. In the first pitch that Barfield sees in the game, he takes Sheeks deep to left. Miles Williams now, the first pitch from Sheeks on the outside corner. Strike 1. The 5th Stomper home run in the game. On 0-1 to Williams. That breaking ball is fouled in and out of the glove of Kozak. 0-2 the count on Williams. He's 1 for 3 with a 2-run home run. He's driven in 3. Nothing and 2 with nobody out. The pitch from Sheeks, and Williams watches a fastball down low. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch from Sheeks swung on and missed. Second time that the Stompers have struck out in the game. They both belong to Miles Williams. First out of the inning. One out, here's Nick Kern. He has a home run in the game. He's 1 for 3. First pitch from Sheeks. On the inside corner to Kern. No balls and one strike. From the stretch, Sheeks deals, and Kern takes on the outside corner, 0-2. Well, they're in the top of the ninth in San Rafael. It's 8-4 Vallejo. So with a win for the Admirals, they would tie San Rafael for second in the standings. 0-2 on its way, and Kern hits it on the ground to short. 2 hops fielded by Artson. His throw to first in time to retire Kern. 2 away. So after the first 4 men came to the plate and scored. Strikeouts to Williams, a ground out for Kern. And Matt Hibbert stands in. Hibbert's 0 for 1, hit by a pitch, walk, a run scored, a stolen base. First pitch from Sheeks, and Hibbert takes a huge swing at a breaking ball and fouls it back to the screen. Hibbert, the speedy center fielder, with the defense straight away. The 0-1. Low 1-1. 21 is the record for runs scored in the game, in case you're wondering, as it's 17-1 in the 5th. The 1-1 pitch on its way, and that's outside to Hibbert for ball 2. That was this year, and not that long ago, on the 4th of August. So within the week, the Stompers set that record against the Stockade in a 21-8 win. The 2-1 Hibbert lines it up the middle, diving Watson. It's into center field, a base hit. First hit of the night for Matt Hibbert, and the inning continues for Bronson Butcher. So 21's the number. The previous number was 20. It was a 20-11 win against San Rafael back in 2017. 21's the mark. And the Stompers in striking distance halfway through the game with 17 runs on the board. First pitch to Butcher. Swung on and missed, a breaking ball from Sheeks. Butcher is 0 for 1. He's walked twice, scored once. Hibbert's 2-out single up the middle. He's at first. Gelfman holds him on. Watson's a couple of steps up toward the middle. Left side of the infield. Artson has his heels on the grass. And Gallagher back at third. Here's the 0-1. And that hit Bronson Butcher on the left arm. He shakes his head, says he's okay. He'll go down to first base on the hit by pitch. Second Stomper to be hit in the game. And now Racing Romero with first and second and 2 out. Romero 1 for 3 in the game, a double, 2 runs scored. He was part of that double play in the 4th inning that ended the inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Sheeks in his first inning, and not so much luck here in his second inning of work. Romero, right-handed hitter. He's the 9th man to bat here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Barnett getting a very long rest here this inning. The first pitch from Sheeks is on the outside corner, strike 1. Barnett, 60 pitches in 5 innings. He's allowed 1 run on 4 hits. 3 strikeouts and a walk for the right-hander in his first start of the season. Sheeks on 0-1, and Romero checks his swing, fouls it back to the screen. No balls and 2 strikes on Romero. 3 home runs, 9 runs batted in. He has Hibbert at second and Butcher at first after the 2-out single and the hit by pitch. 0-2 on its way, and Romero hammers it to center field. Bishop moving over toward right center. He makes the catch. 9 Stompers come to the plate in the bottom of the 5th inning. 4 runs come across the Barrios RBI double. The Jacob Barfield 3-run home run. We're through 5. It's the Stompers 17, the Stockade 1.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Rupert Watson leads things off for Salina in the top of the sixth inning. 2-3-4 Watson, Canella, and Gelfman against Pat Barnett with Kern in at third. Watson fouls the first pitch back. That was pitch 61 from Pat Barnett. Barnett, no surprise that he likes to be on a baseball field. He's a really big outdoorsy kind of guy. Barnett, the Windsor, Connecticut native. Family lives out in Maine. Wells, Maine. They like to go to the beach there. His 0-1, and Watson fouls it straight back. He's always out here early, working on the field. Even today, Barnett was starting pitcher, and a lot of the time starting pitcher, last guy to show up to the ballpark. It's an easy, relaxing day. Barnett's out there working on the mound, spray painting the bases, manicuring the field, raking the line. Likes to be outside. A 0-2 to Watson. Barnett breaks his bat on a fastball in the inner half that he fouls down the third baseline. The count remains 0-2. Anything outdoors or that has to do with cars. Barnett and his family, they like to go to car shows. He works on cars back at home in Windsor, Connecticut. Fishing, fly fishing. As long as Barnett isn't inside, he's okay. He was inside on that pitch to Watson, breaking his bat, and the count stays 0-2 to open the top of the sixth inning. Right-hander at the plate with a new bat. Barnett's 0-2 pitch, and a curveball is off the outside corner. One of the better curveballs we've seen Barnett throw tonight. Good chase pitch, and Watson took it. Does a lot of that stuff with his family. Working on the cars, going to the car shows, fishing. I wonder how the fishing is out there. As the 1-2 is fouled back from Watson again. Never fished in Connecticut, never been to Connecticut. Fly fishing's always been an interesting one to me. Ever seen the pole is like massive. The fishing line, it's like 40 yards long. I don't understand how they do it. The 1-2 to Watson, breaking ball popped out of play. It takes some real skill, and Barnett's one of his hobbies. One ball, two strikes on Rupert Watson to open this inning. Here it is from Barnett, and he shoots it down the right field line, slicing toward the corner, and that lands about 5 feet foul. Eighth pitch coming up to Watson, the longest at bat against Barnett tonight. And Watson putting up a battle in a 17-1 ball game in the sixth. Hibbert in center shaded 2 steps the other way against Watson. Barfield at first base deep. He's a step and a dive from the line. The right-handed hitter at the plate. 1-2 on the way again from Barnett. He misses high with a fastball. Likes to go to the beach in Maine and wonder if they ever put a boat in the water and just sit there with a line all day. It sounds like something that Barnett would do, and his breaking ball to Watson here misses, and the count is full. Crab, that's a big thing on the East Coast. Especially up in Maine. The lobster in Maine. It's fantastic. Known for it. With Cannella on deck, the payoff pitch from Pat Barnett. Out back to the screen. Eleventh pitch of the at-bat to Watson coming up. Three and 2 on its way from Barnett, and that's hit down the right field line, foul. Watson has seen 11 pitches from Pat Barnett. He's 0 for 2 in the game and only saw 6 pitches up until this point in the game. Here's the 12th pitch in the air right over the head of Barrios into right field. A 12-pitch base hit. They throw to first, and they almost got him. Watson singles to right. Barnett finally out of the at-bat after throwing 12 pitches. And now Cosimo Cannella, who's 0 for 2. Just the 5th hit off of Pat Barnett in the game. His first pitch to Cannella misses outside, ball 1. They're in the bottom of the 9th inning, and San Rafael Vallejo leads that game 8-4. The 1-0 to Cannella, outside, ball 2. Two balls and no strikes. Cannella, the right-handed hitter, with Watson at first, the 2-0. Low ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Pitch to Cannella from Barnett on the outside corner for strike 1. Three and 1 after a 12-pitch single. Rupert Watson, the 3-1 on its way, and Cannella hits it in the air center field. That's hit pretty well, and now Hibbert, after backpedaling, will move over toward right center, and he'll make the catch. One out on the Cannella fly ball to center, and that brings up Zane Gelfman. He has the only run in the game, a solo home run. In the 4th inning on this Saturday night from Palooza Park at Arnold Field. Glad you're still with us. I have to put a little emphasis on that still. 17-1 in the top of the 6th inning. Barnett works from the stretch. His first pitch to Gelfman is a little bit outside with a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. What would you rather be doing on a Saturday night? And watching Stomper baseball. Whether you're watching on Sonoma TV or listening on the Stompers radio network. Here comes Barnett's 1-0, and Gelfman swings through it. 1-1. 15 home runs and 34 runs batted in for Gelfman, the right-handed hitter, now at first base. Barnett from the stretch, his 1-1 pitch. Gelfman fists it foul over the first base dugout. 1-2 the count. Single by Watson. Canella flying to center. Stompers trying to snap Salina's 3-game win streak. Longest streak of the season. Coming off of the walk-off last night, Stompers are. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball smashed to center. Long run for Hibbert. Still on the run. Now he sets his feet and makes the catch. Hit very deep to center field off the bat of Gelfman, and Matt Hibbert out there on the run and right in front of the track makes the catch. 2 away. So 2 balls hit fairly well to center field off the bat of Canella and Gelfman. Center field 435 feet away, so it's a poke to get it out there. Here's Omar Artson, the shortstop, 1 for 2 with a double in the game. He bounced back to the box his last time up, and Barnett starts him with a fastball off the outside corner. One ball, no strikes the count on Artson, the right-handed hitter. The 1-0 from Barnett. Right down the middle, strike 1. Leadoff single, 2 quick outs on 2 fly balls to center. Barnett, the 6'6" right-hander, on 1-1 to Artson. He misses low and away. Barnett's first start of the year. His 9th appearance. His 2-1. Broken bat, bleeder into right field. That falls in front of Williams for a base hit. Watson smartly stays put at second base. A pair of hits in the inning, a leadoff single, a 2-out single. And here comes Dave Gallagher. First at bat of the night for Gallagher. First at bat of the season for Gallagher. Came in on defense at third base. He hits in Chuck Rocker's spot. Rocker ends the night 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. First pitch to Gallagher, hit in the air, right center field, not that well. Moving over Miles Williams, he makes the catch. No runs, 2 hits for Salina. Barnett strands first and second. We go to the home half of the 6th. Top of the lineup. Stompers lead. 17-1.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bielski, the 6'3" right-hander from Anaheim, California, was in the Phillies system from 2012 to 2014. He was a 14th-round draft pick by the Phillies in 2012 at Absurdvine High School in Anaheim. He'll face the top of the Stomper lineup. Molinari will pinch hit, hitting at .250, 2 home runs, 11 runs batted in. So Nick Gatta ends the night 2 for 3 with a home run, a base hit, a walk, 2 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. Bielski will work out of the stretch. The right-hander's first pitch to Daniel Molinari hits it on the ground to third, and fielding in foul territory, Dave Gallagher. 0-1. Still shows during the bottom of the 9th inning down in San Rafael, 8-4 Vallejo. Molinari, Barrios, DeAngelis against Bielski in the bottom of the 6th inning. On 0-1 he deals, and Molinari hits it on one hop. Diving at short is Artson. He stands up and fields the throw is high. Coming back down on the bag, Zane Gelfman. And that retires Daniel Molinari. A terrific diving stop out at shortstop by Omar Artson on a play in which Molinari smoked it on 2 hops. A very hard hit grounder. Artson laid out to glove it. Stood up, fired to first, and Zane Gelfman over at first base used all 6'4" of the frame to leap up, pull it out of the sky, and come back down on the bag in time for the first out. So here's Barrios. Chasing some records tonight is Pedro. 4 for 4 in the game. The first pitch to him is a little bit low. 1-0. He's a triple shy of the cycle tonight. Hardest one to get. He's driven in 6. That's 1 shy of the single game record. He's scored 4 times. That's 1 shy of the single game record as he takes low. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 hits shy of the single game record. This is league records. These are league records. The 2-0. Low ball 3. Low called a strike. 2-1. We mentioned that the strike zone was going to get a little bit bigger. It has. You just can't trust your eyes nowadays. The 2-1 hit right back to Bielski. It hits off the mound, hits Bielski in what looked like the glove, maybe the leg. He'll pick it up and throw Barrios out at first. So whether it was a strike or not, it doesn't matter, really, as Barrios grounds back to Bielski for the second out. Here's Rob DeAngelis with the bases empty and 2 out. Left-handed hitter at the plate. He's 1 for 3. He's scored 3 times. First pitch from Bielski. Low ball 1. Willie Ethington up and throwing in the Stomper bullpen. The 1-0 pitch to DeAngelis fouled away. 1 ball and 1 strike on the left-handed hitter. Ethington, who threw an inning in the 3rd in last night's ball game, gave up 2 runs on 2 hits. He's warming. Barnett on 86 pitches through 6 innings. Night possibly done. Here's the 1-1. DeAngelis sprays it foul down the right field line, 1-2. Stompers scored 2 in the first, 7 in the second, 4 in the third, 4 in the 5th. The 1-1 run for Salina came in the top of the 4th inning on a Zane Gelfman solo home run. Bielski, the right-hander, working out of the stretch with nobody on. His 1-2 pitch to DeAngelis. A breaking ball snaps right over the middle of the plate. A nasty curveball from Ricky Bielski, and he has a 1-2-3-6. So we go to the final third of the ball game. Coming up for Salina, bottom third of the order. Stompers lead 17-1.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
CARSTAR Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
You're a bridge builder, a connector, a people person. You make every moment count, and you know how to count every moment. You know people who are going places, and you help them get there. California's business is your business. You specialize in special, and we specialize in your specialty. No matter what your background is or where you want to go, at Nelson, every day is a great day for a first day. Connect with a Nelson recruiter in your city to start working on putting your next first day on the calendar. Nelson, our talent is finding yours.
Here's Taylor Zutenhorst to face the new Stomper pitcher Willie Ethington in the top of the 7th inning. Zutenhorst swings at the first pitch, fouls it into Bronson Butcher's glove. The count is 0-1. Pat Barnett, 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run. He strikes out 3. And now Ethington, the right-hander, on 0-1, misses outside to Zutenhorst. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ethington, 4-0 on the year, a 6.04 ERA. In 28 1/3, he's allowed 32 hits, 22 strikeouts, and 15 walks. For the right-hander, his 1-1 to Zutenhorst is inside ball 2. Toss an inning in a third last night, 2 runs on 2 hits. For Ethington, the 6'3 right-hander from Mesa, Arizona. Zutenhorst, Kozak, and Rodriguez. 7, 8, and 9 in the top of the 7th inning, and Ethington's 2-1 is high and away ball 3. So Pat Barnett, in his first start, in line for a win tonight. Dare we say it. The 3-1. Inside, he walked him. Just 1 walk in the game up until that point for the Stockade. A leadoff walk to Taylor Zutenhorst. Now Eric Kozak. Kozak is 0 for 1. Walked back in the second inning. He was the only walk up until that walk to Zutenhorst. Barfield playing behind the runner at first, so Zutenhorst will take second. That's not a stolen base. Kozak takes a strike from Ethington, and the count is 0-1. So Ethington, the 25-year-old, who was drafted by the Red Sox in 2012, in the 17th round. Looks out to second base. He deals on 0-1 to Kozak, and then the high fastball is swung on and missed. Their final down in San Rafael, Vallejo wins that game 8-4. So those two teams now tied at 29 and 24. Tied for second place in the Pacific Association. Ethington's 0-2 to Kozak on the way, and he takes a fastball a little bit low. So with that loss, The magic number for the Stompers goes from 5 to 4 currently. And a win tonight would make it 3. Ethington's 1-2. Breaking ball outside and low to Kozak. So the lead at 9 games exactly now with the San Rafael loss. After tonight, just a dozen games left to play. Ethington, the right-hander, stares in. Butcher sets the target, the 2-2 pitch. Fouled away by Kozak. Leadoff walk to Zutenhorst. Kozak at the plate. Rodriguez to follow, and then the top of the order. DeAngelis, Hibbert, Williams in the outfield. Kern, Romero, Barrios, Barfield. Chris Quitzer started the game at first base, and Jacob Barfield came in defensively. That was in the top of the 5th inning. Barfield came in. Ethington's 2-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. Kozak strikes out on a high fastball. First out of the inning and the first strikeout of the night for Willie Ethington. One out, and Ryan Rodriguez will bat with Zutenhorst at second here in the top of the 7th inning. Rodriguez called out on strikes, and he bounced to third. He's 0 for 2. Straight away in the outfield. First pitch from Ethington, and Rodriguez hits it right back to Ethington on the mound. He makes the catch. Ethington falling off the first base side. He was right up the middle, just to the right side of the mound, our right side. Off to Ethington's left. He reaches up with the glove and makes the catch. Lineup flips over for Cody Bishop. He's 1 for 3 in the game with a single. First pitch to Cody Bishop. Ethington hits the outside corner with a fastball. So with San Rafael's loss, they've lost 3 straight, and Vallejo now winners of 5 in a row. So the Stompers will go into Vallejo tomorrow with the Admirals feeling hot after winning their 5th straight. Ethington's 0-1 pitch, and Bishop watches it miss outside. A fastball from Willie, 1-1. Ethan Gibbons is warming in the Stomper bullpen. He'll have the 8th. Hibbert shaded slightly toward right center field for the left-handed Bishop, the 1-1. He hits it out of play, straight back. Zutenhorst at second with average speed. They're back all the way around the infield. Romero keeps the runner close at second. Now he backs off. Ethington's 1-2 pitch. Swung out and missed. Curveball got him. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Ethington. He strands a runner at second after the leadoff walk. Stretch time here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field. We go to the last of the 7th. Stompers up 17-1.
We would like to thank our community partners. Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty. Sonoma Hills Retirement Community. And
CARSTAR Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
Here's Jacob Barfield to lead off the bottom of the 7th inning. He's seen one pitch in the game and hit a 3-run home run in the bottom of the 5th. His first pitch to him from Bielski. Swings and misses. A pitch on the outer half, and Barfield comes up empty on the swing. It's 0-1. Barfield, Williams, and Kern scheduled to hit, but out in the on-deck circle is Ethan Gibbons, and the breaking ball is swung on and missed. So Ethan Gibbons was in the bullpen getting ready for the top of the 8th inning. He may hit and then go out and pitch. The 0-2 to Barfield, a breaking ball fouled away. Still no balls and 2 strikes. So Gibbons, who actually started the game at shortstop earlier this year, the 0-2 to Barfield is a breaking ball pulled on the ground, a 3rd one-hop. Hits right off the chest of Gallagher, and that'll skip away. Barfield's going to reach his 2nd hit of the game. A sharp ground ball off the chest of Gallagher. So here is Gibbons. He has one professional at bat. It came this year, and he struck out. That was a game way back at the beginning of June, the beginning of the season. Gibbons actually started the game at shortstop. The Stompers were waiting for a position player to show up in the game. So Ethan Gibbons is going to bat, right-handed hitter, and the first pitch is hit on the ground up the middle at short. Artson fields. He'll step on the bag for one. He'll throw to first. And a 6-3 double play. So Gibbons swings at the first pitch, grounds it to short, and he'll tell you that's probably a small victory for him after he struck out in his only at-bat of the season. He'll say, yeah, I put the bat on the ball. We're doing all right. So Gibbons ends Williams' night. Williams goes 1 for 4 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Nick Kern will bat with the bases empty and 2 out. Gibbons, who was throwing in the bullpen, and he will likely come into the game and pitch the top half of the 8th. First pitch to Nick Kern. Breaking ball outside. So we're just going to speculate here with Gibbons coming in. That would likely get rid of the DH and put Daniel Molinari in the game and probably put him in left field. The 1-0. Outside ball 2. Crazier things have happened. Kern, the right-handed hitter, ahead in the count 2-0. The pitch, a high chopper along third, foul, 2-1. Two balls and 1 strike on Nick Kern. He's 1 for 4 in the game with a solo home run. That was back in the 2nd inning. The 2-1. High 3-1. Five Stomper home runs in the game. 1 belongs to Kern. He has 3 on the year. All this month. The 3-1 on the way. High ball 4. So Ethan Gibbons back to the bullpen, and he'll get the arm loose after getting the legs a little bit loose. Here's Matt Hibbert. It's only 1 man left on the bench for Zach Pace. It's Brent Gillespie. A scheduled day off today for Gillespie. We likely won't see him in this game at all here tonight. Matt Hibbert is 1 for 2. He's at the plate, right-handed hitter. Kern's at first base. Gelfman's behind the bag, not holding him on, and Hibbert takes the fastball high. One ball, no strikes on Hibbert. He does not have a home run this year. He's driven in 3. Tonight, his 10th game. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Bielski, and he breaks his bat. It goes flying out towards shortstop. Artson will field the ground ball and throw to first. That ends the inning. So Hibbert grounds out and loses a bat. Stompers don't score, get 1 hit. They strand 1. We're through 7. It's the Stompers 17, the Stockade 1.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
CARSTAR Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Ethan Gibbons, the new Stomper pitcher here in the top of the 8th inning, after hitting for Miles Williams in the bottom of the 7th. So Gibbons comes in to pitch. He is in the 5 spot of the lineup. Daniel Molinari, with Williams out of the game, comes in to play right field for the Stompers. And it'll be Rupert Watson, Cosimo Canella, and Zane Gelfman for Salina here in the top of the 8th inning. Gibbons 2-3 on the year, a 7.92 ERA and 30 2/3. He's allowed 44 hits, 40 strikeouts, and 18 walks. He works from the stretch. And the first pitch to Rupert Watson is outside and low. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Product of Missouri Baptist University in 2013, Ethan Gibbons from Sassoon City, the 5'10" right-hander, is 1-0 to Watson. Outside again, ball 2. Watson's 1 for 3 with a hit in the game. And the Stompers with 5 home runs in the ball game. Six total home runs in the game. The 2-0 on the inside corner to Watson, 2-1. So tonight being the third of the last 3 games these two teams have played, 21 home runs have been hit combined in the last 3 games between these two teams. An insane amount of home runs. Gibbons 2-1. Down low, ball 3. Stompers alone in the last 8 games have hit 23. Three balls and 1 strike on Rupert Watson, the right-handed hitter. The pitch from Gibbons inside and a leadoff walk. The second inning in a row, a reliever has come out of the pen and walked the leadoff man. Ethington did it in the 7th, and Gibbons does it here in the 8th. Now Canella, who's 0 for 3, is popped to short, grounded into a double play, and fly to center. First pitch from Gibbons in the dirt, and Bronson Butcher blocks it straight down. 17-1 our score in the top of the 8th inning. Vallejo already beat San Rafael tonight, and they're tied now for second place. The 1-0 pitch. High up near the head of Canella. Butcher out from behind the plate, standing up to receive that pitch from Gibbons, and the count is 2-0. Two balls and no strikes, the count on Cannell, the right-handed hitter. The pitch from Gibbons is swung on and fouled back out of play. Over our heads here in the booth. Stompers are on the road tomorrow. We'll visit Vallejo for the second time this week. 1:05 tomorrow afternoon. 2-1 swung on and miss. Day game action to conclude the weekend. And it looks like the Stompers will be rolling in after a win. Gibbons 2-2 pitch on the way. Low with a fastball, and the count is full. A lot of balls put in play tonight. The Stockade offensively have struck out 5 times, walked 3 times. Payoff pitch from Gibbons. Sit in the air to center field. Hibbert goes back 4 steps. Now camps under it. He'll make the catch, 1 out. Watson tags from first. He's on his way to second. A strong throw in. Now the throw back to first. Late. Ron Adams making the call on the field. It was a safe call, but initially when he went to set his feet to make the call, he slipped and made a punching motion straight up into the air. We're thinking, no way he's going to call him out, right? And then you realize that he slipped and then goes with the safe call. Watson tried to tag up and go from first to second. A strong throw in from Hibbert made him think twice and retrace his steps going back to first. So 1 out, and here's Zane Gelfman. You can't help but chuckle as Ron Adams out there in the field. He's still laughing at himself. You can see his smile from all the way up in the booth. Here's the first pitch to Gelfman, and he swings and fouls the first pitch fastball off from Ethan Gibbons. He's still out there doing it. Ron Adams out there puts his hands out to his sides as if he's surfing or something. You know, you can say when he's laughing at himself, it's okay. First things first, was he all right? You're thinking. Slipping on the infield grass. And then he starts to laugh. You think, okay, he's perfectly fine. Gibbons from the stretch. The 0-1 to Gelfman. Inside and low. And somehow Bronson Butcher scoops it out of the dirt. One ball, 1 strike on Gelfman. He's 1 for 3 in the game, a home run. The only Salina run. Watson leads from first base. He walked to open the inning. Jacob Barfield will play behind the bag. Barrios up toward the middle at second, the 1-1 pitch. High and away, 2 balls and 1 strike. Barrios a couple extra steps up the middle. Romero in his normal spot out at short. Kearns behind the bag at third. Big hole in the right side of the infield. Barfield plays right behind the runner to the 2-1. Out back to the screen. That was coming right for our foreheads. Thankfully, there's a screen right there. Or else we'd be making plays all the time. Put out press box. Watson leads from first, 1 out, top of the 8th. Gibbons 2-2. On the ground, foul down the third baseline. Still 2-2 on Gelfman. Omar Artson waits on deck for Salina. Gibbons looking for a ground ball here in the 8th. Straight away in the outfield. The 2-2. Hit in the air to left. That's hit deep toward the corner, and it is gone. Second home run of the ball game for Zane Gelfman. This one, a 2-run home run to left, and it is 17-3. So now just a 2-touchdown game. Gelfman has driven in all 3 Salina runs here tonight. A solo home run, a 2-run home run. So here is Artson. The base is empty and one away, and Gibbons misses outside and low to the shortstop. For Ethan Gibbons, the 12th home run he's allowed on the season. Here's his 1-0 pitch, and that's inside, ball 2. Gibbons working from the stretch, his 2-0 pitch, and Artson takes a healthy hack at a fastball. Comes up empty on the swing, 2-1. Artson is 2 for 3 in the game, a double and a base hit. The only time he was retired, he bounced back to the box when Barnett was on the hill. Gibbons 2-1 pitch, and Artson hits a high fly ball to left, carrying back DeAngelis near the track. He's at the wall, and he makes the catch right in front of the 331 sign. So DeAngelis, with his back up against the wall, makes the catch for the second out of the inning. And now Dave Gallagher. Gallagher hit a fly ball to right. He came in defensively to play third base and was slotted in Chuck Rocker's spot of the order. Rocker went 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Gallagher's 0 for 1 with a flyout. Gibbons' first pitch, a breaking ball outside and in the dirt. Barnett, 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 3 strikeouts. Ethington, 1 inning, walked a man, struck out 2. The 1-0 from Gibbons on the ground, 1 hop. It hits off of Kern at third and bounces into foul territory. Dave Gallagher is going to reach. Here's Taylor Zutenhorst. Base hit for Dave Gallagher, his first hit in a Stockade uniform. The short hop, 8 Kern up. Here's Zutenhorst, the left-handed hitter. He's the DH, and Gibbons' first pitch is outside, ball 1. The 1-0 from Gibbons hit in the air center field. That sends Hibbert to his left over toward the right center field gap. He makes the catch. 2 runs on 2 hits for Salina here in the inning. The Zane Gelfman 2-run home run will go to the last of the 8th. Butcher, Romero, and Molinari 8-9-1. Stompers lead 17-3.
We would like to thank our community partners. Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
CARSTAR Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
North Bay Credit Union is proud to be part of Sonoma County's home team. We're your progressive alternative to big banks, delivering a full roster of great banking services, but at much lower costs. Our lineup always hits it out of the park. Auto loans, home loans, manufactured home loans, and 100% free checking that pays you back. We're equally proud to support lots of local groups, including the Sonoma Stompers, because that's what neighbors do. We're the home of league-leading Casasa Checking. Casasa Checking is better than free. It pays you, and you choose how you want to be rewarded. Bonus dividends on your deposits, or cash back on your debit card purchases. And Casasa makes any ATM a free ATM. It's easy to switch to Casasa in just minutes at northbaycu.com. Our convenient branches are just a short stop from anywhere, including our newest Sonoma Valley and Rohnert Park locations. Don't let banks throw curveballs at your budget with high rates and foul fees. Count on North Bay Credit Union to save you money every day. Learn more at northbaycu.com or call 707-584-0384. Loans subject to approval. Details at northbaycu.com.
Ryan Patrick, the new pitcher for Salina in the bottom of the 8th inning. The knuckleballer is going to come in. He faces Butcher, Romero, and Molinari. 8-9-1. He's appeared in one game this year. He's allowed 3 runs, all earned on 2 hits. 3 walks, no strikeouts, an ERA of 27 in just 1 inning and 1 appearance. Give up a couple of runs in 1 appearance, and that ERA inflates a ton. And it is huge right now for Ryan Patrick. Here's Bronson Butcher, the right-handed hitter, the first pitch. He takes that knuckler down low. So Bielski throws 2 innings, allows a hit, walks a man, and strikes 1 out. Butcher ahead in the count 1-0. He's 0 for 1 in the game. 2 walks, a hit by pitch. He takes inside here. 2 balls and no strikes. So Butcher on base 3 times tonight without a hit, looking for his first hit. The 2-0 from Patrick misses ball 3. Ryan Patrick, his 2 first names. The 3-0. A 4-pitch walk as it misses inside to Butcher. So Ryan Patrick, the knuckleballer, walks the first man he faces. Here's Rayson Romero. 1 for 4 in the game, a double. He scored twice. Sixth walk that the Stompers have drawn tonight. They lead the league in walks drawn offensively. Gelfman at first will play behind Bronson Butcher in the first pitch to Rayson Romero. Knuckleball outside. Tough one to take for Romero. The 1-0 pitch. That knuckler stays high, 2-0. So Gelfman, the first baseman, is going to go stand near first base. He was initially playing behind. Now he's going to go play behind Butcher. Not sure what to do. Here's the 2-0. Romero takes across the knees, strike 1. 7 pitches for Patrick, and he's thrown 1 strike with that knuckleball. Wonder if he'll speed him up with a fastball at any time here this inning. The 2-1, and that's inside, ball 3. (17-3). Bottom of the 8th. Here's the 3-1 on the way to Romero, and he takes high and back-to-back walks. The Stompers, they'll just stand there. If you're not going to throw a strike, so be it. We've seen it multiple times this year. They'll make you come into the strike zone. Daniel Molinari, 0 for 1 in the game. He hit a sharp ground ball to short, and Omar Artson made a tremendous diving play up the middle to pick it and throw him out at first by a step. Molinari with 2 home runs and 11 runs batted in. First pitch from Ryan Patrick. That one misses outside. Looked like a knuckleball, maybe even a breaking ball, curveball there. One ball in, no strikes on Molinari. Here's the pitch. Down at the knees, called a strike, 1-1. There's a lot of movement on that knuckleball for sure. It just moves so much that it misses the strike zone. Right-handers 1-1. Molinari takes at the knees, called strike 2. Well, in a 17-3 game, you can expect the strike zone to be just a little bit bigger. Some would argue that that's not how the game's supposed to go. The 1-2, and Molinari fouls it into the glove of Kozak, and a late strike 3 call. Kozak didn't lift the glove up to show that he caught the foul tip. Molinari looked back and kind of said, did he catch it? And Kozak just tossed it back to the pitcher, said, yes, I did. So here's Pedro Barrios. Barrios in what's likely his last at-bat of the game. He's driven in 6. Right-handed hitter. He takes a breaking ball inside, ball 1. He's driven in 6. One shy of the all-time record in the Pacific Association of 7. The 1-0 pitch. There's that knuckleball at the knee, strike 1. 8 men have driven in 7 in a game. The only one active on the Stomper roster is Brent Gillespie. Here's the 1-1, and Barrios takes that knuckleball for ball 2. Butcher's at second. Romero is at first. Barrios a triple shy of the cycle tonight. Here's the 2-1. It's inside on him, ball 3. He had to leap backward out of the way of that knuckleball from Patrick. Ryan Patrick. Here's his 3-1. Barrios hits it in the air to right. Lazy fly ball. Cosimo Canella comes in and makes the catch. Here's Rob DeAngelis. Rob is 1 for 3 with a hit. He's scored 3 times. So Barrios will fall 1 short of the record. But finishes the night 4 for 6 with 6 runs batted in. With 2 on and 2 out, the first pitch to DeAngelis. He takes that breaking ball, called a strike on the inner half of the plate. DeAngelis didn't like it. Left-handed hitter. Ryan Patrick got 0-1. DeAngelis checks his swing, and he did not go around as they appeal out to the field, says Ron Adams. It got by Kozak, but Butcher's going to stay at second, keeping Romero at first. Back-to-back walks to Butcher, and Romero opened the inning, and then Molinari struck out. Barrios flying to right. DeAngelis has homered 6 times, driven in 32. The 1-1. On the ground to first. Gelfman will field on 2 hops. He runs over and steps on the bag. That ends the inning, so we'll head to the 9th. Stompers up 14.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
CARSTAR Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
You're a bridge builder, a connector, a people person. You make every moment count, and you know how to count every moment. You know people who are going places, and you help them get there. California's business is your business. You specialize in special, and we specialize in your specialty. No matter what your background is or where you want to go, at Nelson, every day is a great day for a first day. Connect with a Nelson recruiter in your city to start working on putting your next first day on the calendar. Nelson, our talent is finding yours.
Gibbons in the top of the 9th inning. Eric Kozak, Ryan Rodriguez, and Cody Bishop. 2 runs against Gibbons in the 8th. on the Gelfman 2-run home run. Gave up 2 hits in that inning, and he'll try and close things out here in the ninth. The Stompers up 17-3. Gibbons will work out of the windup now, and his first pitch to Kozak swung on and missed. Threw 25 pitches in that 8th inning, but Gibbons, a starter, converted to the bullpen. Started opening night, started 4 games this year. Here he is on 0-1 to Kozak. Breaking ball on the outside corner. He's way ahead 0-2. So his pitch primarily out of the stretch. In all of his appearances out of the bullpen this year, and with nobody on, he'll go from the windup on 0-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. 3-pitch strikeout to Kozak, 1 away in the ninth. First strikeout for Gibbons, and here's Ryan Rodriguez. Gibbons trying to settle things down after being a little erratic in the 8th. His first pitch to the right-handed hitter, Rodriguez, is high and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Barnett went 6. 1 run on 6 hits. He struck out 3. Ethington went 1. Just 1 base runner and a walk, and he struck out 2, and Rodriguez fouls the 1-1 pitch. The 1-0 pitch, that is, back to the screen. It's now 1-1. Stompers trying to win their second straight and snap Salina's 3-game win streak. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball inside to Rodriguez, ball 2. Trying to pick up the 10th win in 13 tries against the Stockade this year. Rodriguez with the open stance. Here's Gibbons on 2-1 home, and that's popped out of play, 2-2. A strikeout opened the inning to Eric Kozak. Got him looking on the outside corner with a fastball. Straight away in the outfield against Ryan Rodriguez. He's 0 for 3. Gibbons kicks. Here's his 2-2 pitch, a breaking ball high. Counts full with Cody Bishop on deck. Payoff on its way from Gibbons. Swung out and missed, strike 3. Into the glove of Bronson Butcher. Back-to-back strikeouts for Gibbons. 2 away in the ninth, and Salina down to their final out. Cody Bishop, the leadoff man, is the last chance for the Stockade. He's 1 for 4. Singled back in the 3rd inning. Gibbons' first pitch. He starts him with a fastball, and that's high and away. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on Bishop, the left-handed hitter. Started the game in right. He moved to center, and he swings and misses at the Gibbons 1-0 pitch. Count even at a ball and a strike. Gibbons looking much better out of the windup here in the 9th inning than he did from the stretch in the 8th inning. The 1-1 inside and low to Bishop. 2 balls and 1 strike on the left-hander. The 2-1 pitch to Bishop. He reaches for a fastball high and away and fouls it back to the screen. So now Salina down to their final strike in the game tonight. Fans on their feet. The 2-2 on its way from Ethan Gibbons. And misses outside, and the count runs full. Back-to-back full counts against Gibbons. Right-hander from the windup, his 3-2. Swung on and fouled in and out of the glove of Bronson Butcher. He could not hang on for strike 3. So we'll do the payoff pitch over again. Bishop climbs back in the left side. Gibbons takes a deep breath. Now he kicks, and the payoff pitch once again. Hit in the air down the left field line, slicing away from DeAngelis. That'll fall for a base hit, and it bounces over. A ground rule double for Cody Bishop, his 2nd hit of the night, and the inning continues. Here is Rupert Watson. Rupert Watson 1 for 3 in the game, a single, he walked, scored. Gibbons working back out of the stretch now with Bishop at second base and 2 out. His first pitch to Watson. Low and away off the outside corner. 1 ball and no strikes. Bishop out at second. Watson back in the right-handed batter's box. Gibbons from the stretch, the 1-0. Fouled back to the screen, a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike on Watson, the second baseman. Gibbons standing on the hill just waiting for Rupert Watson to get back in the box. Right-hander, set at the chest. The 1-1. Breaking ball high above the letters. 2 balls and 1 strike to count on Watson. Gibbons stares in. Butcher now sets the target. 2-1 on the way. Watson takes right down the middle, 2-2. Salina down to their final strike once again here tonight. Watson steps out, takes 3, 4, 5 swings. 1 foot in the box, now back in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gibbons out of the stretch, a man at second. The 2-2 pitch. Out of play. They're straight away in the outfield and on the infield against Watson. He's reached 3 times. He's 1 for 3. The 2-2 once again from Gibbons. A breaking ball hit softly on the ground. Left side, Kern charges. He fields. He throws to first. Ball game. Stompers win here tonight in convincing fashion. Final line score here in tonight's ball game. Stompers 17 runs, 15 hits, no errors. They leave 7. For the Stockade, 3 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. They strand 8. The win goes to Pat Barnett in his first start with the Stompers this year. He is 1-0. Loss goes to Phil Rowland. He is 0-4. No save recorded here tonight. Final time of tonight's ball game. 3 hours and 8 minutes as the Stompers improve to 38-14 on the season, and now own a 9.5 game lead with 12 games left to play. Stockade fall to 12-41 on the season. And so with Vallejo beating San Rafael tonight, those 2 teams are tied for second place. And the Stomper magic number to clinch first place in the Pacific Association is now just 3 games as we enter tomorrow. Stompers homer 5 more times here tonight and have hit 23 in the last 8 games. 7 home runs in the ball game combined here tonight. 10-3 overall against the Stockade, now at 27-7 here at home at Palooza Park at Arnold Field. We're on the road tomorrow. 1 o'clock start in Vallejo as we visit the Red Hot Admirals. They have won 5 in a row. The Stompers winners of 2 straight. That does it for us here tonight. Final score, Stompers win 17-3 behind the right arm of Pat Barnett and the Big Bats with 5 home runs here tonight. That does it for us and for everybody here with Sonoma TV and everybody with the Stompers. I'm Forrest Hunt saying so long. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Have a very pleasant, good rest of your night.